Hopefully everyone took advantage of this day to get ready.
Yeah, I did. It was cold today too, and I was out there getting all MacGyvering, you know, with the outdoor spigots and whatnot. And I'm telling you, this is the way you got to do it. I've seen a lot of these start to pop up around the area. You have some time tomorrow, but do not dilly-dally about this, because if you don't, you think, yeah, I'll be okay, especially if you're up in the northern counties. I can almost assure you, you're really playing with fire, or at least ice at this point, because we're probably not going to be okay for a lot of spots. Now, temperatures today, heat wave here compared to what this will be in a couple of days here. We were at about 43 degrees and 46 down in Galveston. Say goodbye to these temperatures until possibly till the end of next week. And I'm not even looking at with this cold that's coming through. Now, as we headed towards this evening, we've got this little disturbance that's sliding in just south of San Antonio. You can see a little bit of light sleet being picked up on the radar. Some of this will make it to the ground, some of it will not. The problem is in a lot of spots out towards the Brazos Valley, western counties, those are all below freezing. We're at about 29 to 32 degrees. So if it does hit the ground, it could glaze over very briefly. You saw what happened out towards Austin earlier today on I-35. They've been having crashes and rollovers all day. Here's the big bowling ball that we're waiting for. It's going to swing its way and just smash across Texas over the next 24 hours. You can really pick up both of these. Here's our little disturbance 1. Here's the bigger one 2. And both of those are trucking on through here as we get in towards tomorrow. Right now, we've got temperatures, with the exception of us, Shreveport and Brownsville. Everybody else is below freezing, and way below freezing as you get up to the Panhandle. That's the type of source of air mass that will be in place after the storms move through Monday for that historically cold Tuesday morning we've been talking about. Right now, there are those 32s and 30 out towards College Station. Everybody else is above freezing and should stay that way for the rest of the evening. I think we'll hold right at about 33, 32, 31 in some spots. Some light glazing, not out of the question. A little bit of light sleet as you work your way up towards Madisonville. So northwest counties, just be careful on the roads tonight, or don't go out if you don't have to. Wait till tomorrow. You will get a little bit of a chance by the time we get to about 3, 4 o'clock. That's when we start to see things moving in, and that's when things really start to get aggressive. So let's take a bird's eye view of this. You can see that bowling ball coming right at us. By about 4 or 5 o'clock, we start to see things get a little more aggressive, and then that's the problem. As we take it from about 9, 10 o'clock, there's 2 a.m., snow back in towards I-35. All of this could be sleet and a combination of some freezing rain, as temperatures will likely sit at about 30, 32 degrees, and then they're just going to crash through the early morning hours and into the afternoon for Monday. So none of this is going to melt. And then as we go through about 6:30, some of that is now changing over to snow. So not only the ice that we have, you pile up an inch or two of snow on top of that, still looking at some icing. That includes the coast as well. And then as we get into the afternoon, by 12 o'clock, all that's done. Problem is, though, temperatures are going to be in the 20s and likely teens. So the roads will be impassable. They'll be very difficult crews to try to get out there and improve, and then at least we'll get a break in the precipitation. That's the good news. So what are we talking about in terms of the ice potential? Well, there comes the snow, but you see some of this icing, and this right here is anywhere from about a ½ an inch, maybe even a little bit more. It's impossible to say exactly where that bullseye will set up. It was a little further north. New model information is trying to push that a little further south, but either way, in that area where you get the highest amount of ice, that's where we'll see some tree damage and a possibility for some power lines coming down as well. Now, snow-wise, we could be dipping an additional 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of snow on top of that ice as it comes on through. And here's the problem. By Tuesday morning, we could be talking about temperatures close to 9 degrees downtown, 1 up into Huntsville, and 0 out towards Brenham. And then by the afternoon, notice we only get back up into the upper 20s. So we're talking about that. We've got another system that's going to swing through, bring another chance for some wintry precipitation, that is, coming through Wednesday into Thursday, because temperatures once again will be below freezing. And then finally, we start to get out of the freezer by the weekend, but cannot stress enough that prep time is running out, and you need to make sure you are ready for a couple of days of some nasty conditions. We'll be back with Vanessa with the sports update coming up.